Scott, I think you'll be bluntly honest with me, but that was not a great game of football that we've witnessed and for yourself played in. What did you make in the end, Slough's penalty victory over Chatham Town?
Yeah, it was ugly, really ugly. I think credit to Chatham, they came and stepped onto us and made it difficult. It was a very physical game. We didn't find our sort of fluency at times, which we should have found, I think, more often when we got into the final third. We needed to be better. The ball was coming back too easily. Then we obviously had to bring the changes at half time, which I think made us better. The red card obviously impacts the game. And then, as I just said, in a weird way, Lexus going off, in a weird way, actually helped us again, because 10v10, there was even more space on the pitch, and I thought people like Leon came into the game, Gilbs, David had more time, Henry had more time to get on the ball, and Lexus is gutted in there, but he's kind of sacrificed himself today for the team, and he'll be happy with that, I'm sure, when he wakes up tomorrow morning. I just said to him that I tried to sack myself. Well, I got sent off at Woking and did absolutely nothing for the team. So the most important thing was getting through today. But yeah, we definitely weren't very good. Very similar game to what it was down at Chatham. There was not much in it. They had a couple of opportunities. We had probably the best chances in the second half. But you think it's one of those days that it's just not going to be our day, and we're going to go out of the cup. But fair play to the lads, they found a way to get back into it.
So just going back then to that first half, it really seemed like we struggled to get into gear at all. And to be fair, I think at half time it's probably a bit lucky that we were just the goal down.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I went in and I just said, right, we're going to make 3 changes and just get on Leon, Slavy and David. They've obviously been part of the team that's been doing well. But we thought we'd give people a run out, and it's no reflection on the boys that came off. I spoke to Sam and I spoke to Gaz, and I just said to them, listen, we've got 45 minutes to turn it around, from the team that have been playing together, that know each other, that have had some consistency, rather than sort of leave it to 60-65 minutes. Just bit the bullet then, and yeah, you could say that it's paid off, but then it's one of those games we probably need to be better all over the pitch in the first half. There was a lot of unforced errors, a lot of balls going out of play, people sort of getting caught on the ball, square balls getting cut out, and it was a really difficult game, but we played better at Woking in the FA Cup and went out. So would I have taken any way to get through today? Yes. Would I have preferred us to play really well and go through? Of course, but no one's going to really care tomorrow morning or Monday when the draw's made. We're obviously in the next round against a really good side, really difficult team to play against. They've got a lot of players, I'm sure, that can play at our level. So it's difficult when you know a team as well, you know what they're about. They're very similar to the way they played down at their place, and they were good that day, they were good again today. So also their following was really good. Had a little bit of banter with them, and it's never ever personal. They were hammering me sort of 65 minutes in, and I was thinking, please boys, just someone to save us. But yeah, no, it was a proper cup tie. I think both teams probably could have played better, but ultimately we've got the job done. So fair play to the lads.
Yeah, there was definitely an improvement after those substitutes were made at half time, but probably the most significant moment then came was that confrontation in front of the Chatham box. What was your opinion on what sort of happened there?
I actually thought that someone else was going to get sent off rather than Jamie Hiller. I don't know who it was, but someone had Josh in a headlock and Josh was trying to get up. He's not the most physical or aggressive of people, so you know Josh is never going to ask for confrontation. But then obviously all of a sudden there was a sort of little breakaway, and yeah, there's just a few people going absolutely crazy, which you can't do on a football pitch. So I was proud of the lads that they all went and looked after one another. But yeah, we don't want to see that. We're not that type of team. We want to have a good football match. We want to shake hands at the end, do things the right way. But at the same time, if a team brings it to us, then I want to make sure that the lads look after one another, which they certainly do. I think the resilience that we've got in this group is just ridiculous at times. I think that's 1 defeat in 34 now at home, which is almost a season and a half when there's 23 league games. So yeah, we're not far off that. It is pretty much a season and a half, but we've lost 1 game. So I think we've been spoiled at home in terms of the results that we've had, but today was just a bit of an off day. The performance could have and should have been better, but I'll take responsibility for that. I think I've made 4 changes. I thought it was the right thing to do. And like I said, it's not the individuals that let us down. I think the team itself in the first half weren't at it. But second half we looked a little bit more like ourselves. And it's really difficult. It's the 5th game we've played in 14 days. So there are some tired bodies, but obviously we've got to go again on Tuesday night.
And just before I ask you just a couple of more things from today's game. Any thoughts about the Lexus red card? Is that just something he had to do in the end?
I actually didn't think it was a foul. I think he had maybe a slight tug, if anything. But I said to the linesman, Lino, did you give that? And he went, no. And I said, well, you've got the best view in the ground. But I thought, if anything, he'd give him a second yellow. But I don't know if that makes any difference. I think for pulling someone's shirt, it's a professional foul. It's one game. So if he'd have got a second yellow, it would have been one game anyway. But once you give the free kick, he has to book him and send him off. So I was really surprised to see the red come out. Lex is really disappointed because he's been brilliant for us recently. So he'll miss, is it Welling at home next week, which is obviously a shame. But it gives opportunities to other people yet again. So it's not ideal, but he's taken one for the team though. We could have been 2-0 down and the game's done and dusted. So I'm not saying that that's how we want to play football and win games. But ultimately, I think it's gone in our favour today that we've managed to get through a really tricky tie.
And is John Gilbert making the claim that he meant that cross that went in?
Yeah, well, he said he's got 37 assists and 6 goals or something this season. He claims every assist. We were having a bit of banter in the group chat the other day that he tripped over a ball and it put Sam through against Tunbridge and claimed an assist. But Gilbs has popped up with moment of quality. He's put the ball into a good area in the box and it's trickled in. But sometimes you need luck on your side. I thought we slashed at a couple of opportunities in the second half where we could have done better. I thought there was a couple of penalty shouts as well. But I don't care. I'll go to bed tonight really happy. I'm really proud of the lads for finding a way, because when you're not at your best, it's really tricky to get back into the tie. I've just looked at the results and there's so many upsets. I could go through many that I've just read. Unfortunately, we're not one of them. It's just a shame that we couldn't put on a better showing for the fans, because they want to see us at our best. But we're not going to be that every week. It's football. Chatham are better than us today. But like you say, we've managed to get away with one.
Just finally then, like you said, it's a lot of games at the moment in this November. I think 9 in total in the end, hopefully. We move on to the Berks and Bucks Cup on Tuesday night away at Hungerford. Are you looking to take that game, I wouldn't say by storm, are you going to look to put out a quality side is what I'm asking, I guess?
Yeah, I think winning becomes a habit. So we obviously want to go there and try and put out a team that can win. There's no point in entering a cup competition if you don't have the mindset of going out and winning it. So we'll go there strong enough for sure. We'll get a rest into a couple of lads. But it's a really tricky tie yet again. Danny's a top guy at Hungerford, get on really well with him. So yeah, we'll have to see how the boys are today. There will be some EDS lads that I'm sure will be included as well. We've got a couple of younger lads that are going to come back into the squad and possibly start, people like Spicer. It'd be good to see him because he's been out at AFC Dunstable doing really well. So yeah, we'll figure it out over the weekend, but there's no point in travelling 2 hours to Hungerford from some of our houses and not taking it properly. So yeah, we want to go and win. They're a good side, it's always tricky there. So see how we go Tuesday, but it's a good competition. I think that Wickham, Reading and MK Dons come into the next round, or the round after maybe, and you never know, you could get a nice tie away at a nice stadium and on a nice pitch. So we'll see how things go on Tuesday.
Thanks for your thoughts again today, Scott, and we'll see you on Tuesday night for the Berks and Bucks tie.
Cheers, Colin. Thank you.